Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Borian from the Paladin Journal, and today we have some more unboxing videos for you guys. And as you can see from the background or the foreground in front of me, it's going to be He-Man themed, and we have two things that we're going to do today. So there's going to be two videos back to back today and tomorrow that you can look forward to. And as you can see, I've changed the setup a little bit. What you're going to see in front of you is all the new He-Man toys that I have, which are to scale in the 5.5-inch versions. Excuse me. So first of all, of course, I have the new Amazon 4-pack for the Masters of the Universe movie core line, which is He-Man, Skeletor, Man-at-Arms, and Goatman. And also, I have the Thundercats collab that Mattel did, which is, as you can see in front of you, it's Battle Cat Man and Panther Man. So, anyways, excuse me. A bit of a sore throat. Sorry, guys. So anyways, what are we going to open today? So we're going to stick with the theme from last time. And what I'm going to open today is this. This is Teela. She's also from the core toy line. And what she has is, it's not clear right up there, but I'm going to get closer. But this is the version that has just the sword and the pistol. And that's what we're going to open today. And I'm going to show that just in a little bit after the jump. Cheers. Alright guys, so we are back after the jump, and I'm going to show off the Teela in more detail. So here you go. As you can see, it's the sword version with the pistol. The sword is like right here at the moment because when I got this action figure, the sword was apparently loose or something. So it's been bouncing around in the entire kit. Here's the particular... I'm not sure why they have only 3 figures here. It should have been more, in my opinion, because it's not like this was a wave or anything, right? They just launched a whole lot of figures all together, so they should have shown all of them. You know, maybe even giving you a checklist on the back. This was missing from our last opening because, hold on one second. So this was missing from our last opening because the box for that one was the big one, which you can see right here. Masters of the Universe. We showed it off last time. You know, it's like, you can look at it 2 ways, or you can look at it like that, you know. So that's the box for the 4-pack. But all the core figures, they come in this kind of packaging. And as we've talked before, the core toy line for the movie, it's the cheap figures. It's the really, really affordable versions, which are like, you know, $9, $10, maybe $11 in some cases. And that's what I've focused on for now because, you know, as I've mentioned before as well, in India, the tariffs and everything, you know, it increases the cost. So you end up paying almost double what they go for. But anyways, this is it. And I'm going to go ahead and open this beauty right here. So just give me a second and I'll be back again after a second jump. Alright guys, so there's Teela, the heroic warrior goddess, as she's known in most iterations. And you know, it's quite an interesting figure. When I first saw the package figure, I did have some concerns that maybe she looked a little bit too, like, you know, thin in terms of her proportions compared to the other figures. But, you know, it's not too bad. Like, if I compare her to Man-at-Arms right here, you know, it's not too bad. She's like, you know, she's almost the same, as you can see. I'll swing the camera a little bit. She's almost the same, you know, just a little smidge of a difference in the height. The proportions could have been better. She, like her, the whole torso, it could have been a little bit more wider, and her legs could have been thicker in comparison. But I guess, you know, it's a little... Excuse me for that interruption. But yeah, the proportions I think are a little bit off, just slightly. Maybe like, you know, 5%, 6% in that region. So that is something that Mattel could have had better control over. But okay, let's put this guy back here. and focus on Teela again. Let's remove this. So there's a better background for her. Yeah. So I do have some concerns with the quality of the figure, however. Starting off with her gun arm. As you can see, the grip isn't good. The grip actually really sucks. Whether it's from the left side of the pistol or the right side, the fingers don't quite fit inside the trigger guard, and she's not able to grip the weapon either properly. That is not the issue on. Hold on, let's focus. Yeah, there we go. So this is not an issue with Man-at-Arms, who also has a gun, and his fingers are much better. So that is something definitely that where the quality of the model suffers, and it makes you question whether paying even $10 is worth it a little bit, because on her other arm, the other hand, the one for the sword, it's perfect. She has really good tight grip on the sword, and just the same, like if you compare also with Man at Arms, with the pistol, she cannot put that pistol in a holster, which really sucks. As I mentioned before, this is something that Hasbro's GI Joe toy line is really good at. It's just a sculpted detail. Can't really put anything there. Yeah, it's an empty holster, which really sucks. And also, I think she could have had maybe something else. Her sword could have been also a bit more unique, I suppose. I'm not a big fan of that sword. It also reminds me a little bit too much of the sword from the She-Ra 40th anniversary figure, which I happen to have right here actually. Um, let's see where there we go. Yeah, here we go. Like the sword design is so similar, you know, like especially being the same color, which really takes away from it. And as I've mentioned before, especially with this She-Ra figure, the paint is chipping off already. Like if you look at the sword, the diamond or the crystal or gem, whatever you want to call it, in the middle of the sword, it's supposed to be a different color. It's supposed to be like the turquoise color, same as with the shield that she has. And as you can see, it's almost gone. So that is something that this 40th anniversary figure didn't really inspire me. And as you can see here, just a slight tip, and the sword is no longer, or the pistol is no longer in Teela's hand. I don't know what they were thinking with this one, but it's like it really sucks that there's quality control issues and a figure which represents one of the two main leads of the movie, because Teela, she drives a lot of the plot forward, right? She's so important for Adam's journey in so many different ways, and it just sucks to see that she doesn't quite get her own proper due with this figure. Whereas if you look at all the other ones, Skeletor, He-Man, Man-at-Arms, Goatman, they're all really good. So I don't know why this one there's issues here, but it's definitely disappointing quite a bit. Let's put it like that. Yeah, that's better. There you go. That's much better. So, anyways, that's Teela, Heroic Warrior Goddess. Sadly, no comic or anything with these figures, which sucks. It would have been really nice to get something, because there's so much material that is just like it's just not in the movie. Like how did Teela become this really good warrior in the years since Adam was missing, or with Man at Arms, like how he actually changed, because we know from the movie that he became a drunkard, he lost his confidence and everything. Skeletor, what happened with him? While he ruled over Eternia, like what was going on, because the movie just gives you snippets, right? So that'd been a really cool thing to add in with these figures, even if it's, you know, the cheap ones. But anyway, so that's Teela. Not as good as the other ones for sure. If I would give the other ones, like, you know, an 8.5 or a 9, maybe even a 9.5 in some cases, like with Skeletor and with He-Man. Her, I think I would give her like a 6.5 out of 10, because, you know, though there's the two main quality control issues with the weapons and with the design that I'm not a fan of. And if you look closely, her eyes, they're not quite looking in the same direction, are they? They're just a little bit desynced from each other, which kind of sucks. And, you know, when you have it in hand, it's more obvious. Maybe not in the video. And also, I think like her hair, she has a really high forehead. It seems a little bit weird, but it is what it is, right? So, anyways, that's it for this particular video, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Bye.